everyone, it's Jenny, and today I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a different video in which I talk about my makeup brushes. We do a lot of videos where we talk about our makeup, what we like, what we don't like. Sometimes we include brushes, but I just want to show you my brush collection. It's by no means massive. I do have, you know, a few makeup brushes, and I'd like to share with you what I have because I do find makeup brushes interesting. And anybody else, if you have a makeup brush collection you want to share, I would love to see your video on it. So let's get right into it. I keep most of my makeup brushes in my little kitty cup because it's adorable. My sister got this cup for me at TJ Maxx, and I was going to use it to drink tea and coffee and chocolate out of, and I was like, no, I'm going to put my makeup brushes in here because I just love it so much. It makes me happy every time I look at it. Now there's a couple of brushes that do not fit, or they might be too little or just kind of awkward in the cup. And first off, I've actually showed this to y'all. It's my Kat Von D Shade and Light brush, which my sister found this at TJ Maxx. So definitely check out your TJ Maxx or Marshalls because they usually get in some really good stuff. And this brush I just love. This is my contouring bronze touring brush, and then this I do use with highlight, and sometimes I use underneath my eyes, just whatever I feel like using. Usually and I clean my brushes every week. Sometimes they get a deep cleaning. That's usually every 2 weeks is a deep cleaning, and then every week I actually just give them a good wipe down with a brush cleaning wipe. But I do like to take care of my brushes because before I never used to care about a brush, and I would notice that not taking care of a brush, usually, you know, they don't end up in good shape. So I recommend cleaning your brushes. And then this next brush, this is good bronzing makeup brush, is from Revlon. It's called the Powder. So some of these have names, some of them don't. This is a Tokidoki brush. It's another one that I will use to contour out, or I've used this for blush, different things like that. This right here is supposed to be a concealer and foundation brush, but I don't use it for that. I never use a brush to put on foundation except my little, it's a different kind of brush. I didn't even put it in my brush collection because it's only used for foundation. And then of course I use sponges. I have a Real Technique sponge and a L'Oreal sponge and an Althea Korea sponge, and by far the L'Oreal sponge is my favorite. But this I've actually used to put powder under the eyes. I have used this to conceal with, but I find using, if I'm like spot concealing, my finger works better. And I've actually used this for highlight too. You'd be surprised. It actually gets a nice, you know, right there where you need it to get for your highlight. So, and then like, and I've used this for shadow too, but not concealer. Concealer I usually like to blend in with the sponge, or like I said, if it's like spot conceal with my finger. Then these other two brushes, this is a eyeliner brush. I've never used this brush, but it came in a Hello Kitty set that the bestie gifted me a while back, I think for one of my birthdays a while back ago, and I love it. This right here is a shader brush. I've used this for shadow. I've used it to, you know, kind of get the shadow underneath the lash line there. So, those are all the brushes that can't fit. And then here is, you know, and it's just the cutest. If you love kitty cats, if you're an animal lover, you'd like that. They need one. It's a puppy dog, kitty cat. I don't know. I love animals. So right off the bat, and these are in no particular order, this is a Luxie Precision Foundation brush. This never gets used for foundation. It gets used for powder under the eyes. It's gotten used for highlight. I think I've actually bronzed my face up with this too when I didn't have a clean angled brush. This is probably, out of all my brushes, probably my favorite and it's the Luxie 514 blush brush. Both of these I had gotten in Ipsy. There is just something about this, the way that it applies your blush is just, it's perfect, and I love it. One of the best Ipsy items I've ever received. This is just a blusher brush. I've not used this one yet. It's new to my collection, but I'm sure it's going to get some use. This is probably the brush I've had the longest, and it's from Echo Tools. And Echo Tools, very affordable. Again, you can find it at TJ Maxx, you can find it at Walmart. A lot of drugstores carry it. And this did have a name on it, but it's been so worn away. But it was the powder brush. Used it for powder, used it for blush. Even used it to contour out. Overall, a versatile brush. Really like it. It's getting a little wonky, but it's still holding on. This is just another, this came in a set, but I do like it. I don't think you can ever have too many of your angled brushes, so definitely get some use. And these are, again, two of like your foundation brushes. Again, never ever have I used these for foundation. I need to give it a try, see if I like it. I don't know, sometimes we're just stuck in our habits. But I've used these for highlight. They do make good highlighting brushes. Elf Stippling brush. This is when I use more of a cream contour to blend that in. It is so good. And I think this brush was like $3, so not bad at all. This is another brush. It's becoming a favorite of mine. I got, I think I even had it in a favorites video, I got from Ipsy, and it is an actual highlighting brush. I can do it on the nose, the cheeks, the forehead, the chin. It just does everything, the upper lip. So it's great. This is another brush. It just came in a set, you know. It's not a brand name brush or anything, but this is a great powder brush. Love it for powder. Again, this is a Wet n Wild, and guess what it is? It's an angled brush. So good for the contour. I've used this for blush as well. So, this is another good. This is from, I think, a Beau Gachis, got an Ipsy, and it is a it says the Illuminator brush, and definitely good for nose contour, cheek not contour, but highlight. Of course, you could use this for nose contour too if you wanted to. It's kind of got the right amount of width to it. This is another brush I really like. Now, I do use this for nose contouring when I do decide I want to nose contour, which isn't very often. It's a medium angled shading, but I've also used this too on my eyes. It's a great blending brush. I was going to say a great blender. Of course, this is just, you know, your eyebrow. I use this for my eyebrows, and I use this for my eyelashes to comb them out, get them straight. These are probably two brushes that you'll never see me without. These are for my brows. This fills in the brows, and this basically carves out the brows, so they go together. And one's Tokidoki, and the other one is Echo Tools. And let's see, I got a few crease shading. This is a tapered blending. That's the word I was looking for, was blending. This is the Tokidoki one. This is crease shadow from Revlon. This was from, this just says Ipsy. I think this was SLGlam. I really like, all of these are fabulous. Oh, I had another one from Wet n Wild, another good blending. These are great. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. If you need some really good brushes, check at your Dollar Tree to see if they do have these brushes. This is just a good, you know, packer for shadow brush. Another good one, you know, to pack shadow on with. This is a Wet n Wild. I do like to do underneath the eyes there. My Tokidoki, this is good for packing on shadow. This is a good one for like that inner corner highlight on your eye. I bought 2 of these. These are really great brushes. They're Wet n Wild. These are great to blend. These are great to, especially if you want to put darker shadow on like the outer portion of your eye, and these are great for that. So I have 2 of those. And this is an Avon brush I've had for a while, an all over shadow brush, one of my favorite all over shadow brushes. Another Echo Tools. This is, I think it's for concealer. One of them was for concealer, but I use for shadow. And the rest are all shadow brushes. So I have a lot for eyeshadow. I have a lot of the angled brushes for contouring, but you can use them for blush and different things like that. But I just want to share with you my brush collection. I'm hoping some other people might do this video. It's not really a tag video, but I'm just kind of interested to see what kind of brushes you have, what you like, what you recommend. I'm fascinated with makeup brushes. So hopefully you give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. Comment below. Like I said, let me know what your favorite brush is in your collection, or, let me know that you're doing this video. I'd love to watch it. And make sure you have a fabulous day. Bye.